And now, what should you be sharing on social media? It's super important to be mindful of any information you're putting out on the internet. Now, for a number of reasons, right? You saw Kevin Hart getting some trouble over something he tweeted years ago. This is just one example of many. You have to be very, very mindful. As someone who, according to some media, they call me an influencer. I do have to go by that, even if I'm saying something where it appears I'm just rambling or sharing my thoughts. I still have to be incredibly mindful. And one of the things, not just from a cover your butt situation, but just to also add value. One of the things that I try to do is, and I would advise people to do, don't try to sound too smart or like an expert. Be relatable. That's just a piece of advice. It's something that's worked. Don't try to force how smart you think you are down the audience throat, because you'll just lose them or alienate them. Instead, do your best to try and convey and articulate what's in your head in a way they can understand it. And by doing that, you become authentic. It's like you're having a conversation with friends, and that becomes enticing. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing that I would say, if you're putting stuff on social media, not just to be mindful to cover your butt years from now, but just always think about how you can add value. For me personally, I always seek to add value first, second, and third. And within that wave of just like good energy and adding value and serving your audience, who is your master, you can move in whatever it is that you want to do. But if you try to serve yourself first, second, and third, this is it's a common fallacy, a common mistake that people don't think about, just understanding basic psychology and why there's probably no growth. Right? And another thing that I would say, this goes to both points, both in terms of adding value, but also cover your butt. Just try to be neutral and respectful of others' beliefs. One of the things that I do personally on my personal social assets, like my Instagram, I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about politics, because if it's a matter, we're all human beings and we all have the same feelings. If we've come up a certain way, or if we are brought up in a different culture, people have to be understanding of that. And all it really is, conflict to me really comes from people not feeling like they're being heard, and people's positions and feelings being invalidated. So always be mindful of that when you put stuff out there. That's why on my pages, I have zero tolerance for bullying, negativity, and non-solution oriented commentary, basically complaining. And of course, religion, politics, those type of things are my personal things, because I'm all about finding solutions, bringing people together, unity and inclusion, because we all have to breathe the same air and drink the same water. But overall, it's always better to err on the side of caution, no matter what you're posting. So before you click send on that tweet that you think is a little, or if you've been a little tipsy and you type something, just think twice, or leave it in drafts and look at it tomorrow, and you'll be glad you did.